Good morning, everybody,
And welcome back to our first show. We start our show like usual with daily issues or daily subjects. And today's subject is labeling. We tend to label things and people with ethnicity or religion or origins or race or whatever. It's not always right, and I think we shouldn't do that. So, are you okay with being labeled? If not, then why? If yes, then why?
I don't think that anybody wants to be labeled.
Mm-hmm.
But the real question is, will you do it? On the other hand,
Will you label people?
to be honest, I didn't think that through.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know really if I will not say no and afterward I do it.
Yeah, I think people are in constant change. I'm always working on myself. I'm trying to improve, evolve, change, work on my personality, on my mental endurance, my health, everything. So I'm in a constant change. How can you label me? How can you put me in a box with like a list of criteria? Since I am always changing. Most of people are.
But we do it because we refer to things that we know. So if you have a friend which is called, for example, Jack, and we know that Jack is a stupid person and he always been stupid, even if the moment he start to change and reading book,
you should never say
it will take us time to realize that he's not the one that he was before.
That's a label I hate. Stupid should not even be a label, There's no stupid people,
Take another thing, he's not honest.
Yeah.
He's a liar. The moment he decides he will not be a liar anymore, it's not the moment that you will see it. It's after a while, I don't know, 2, 3 years, 4 years to prove himself again. I don't know.
So it's difficult for a person who's shy. When you say somebody is shy, you label him as shy, whereas this person did try to get rid of that shyness, but we always say that the person is shy, and it's annoying to that person, especially if they gave it so much effort and time to work on themselves. So that's why I don't like labeling. And there are like small labels like that. There are bigger labels like where do you come from, French people are like that, or whatever, Asian people are like that. We should not label people from where they come, what they studied, like engineers are like that, or I don't think we should put people in a box and give them like a bunch of labels and just judge them on that, because when we talk about engineers, they have things in common, but they are different people that have different personalities, so they would definitely not react the same way, 100% the same way. So we tend to do that, everybody does that, where I think we shouldn't, because people are different. Yes, and people are changing, even those who are not even making any effort, we grow, so we change, obviously. So I'm definitely against labeling, and I try to do it less and less, and I try to talk about it around me for people to do it less. What do you think?
Yeah, for me it will be easy, as I said. I hate the person who will put me in a box, because I'm trying always to involve.
I know that you hate that.
To involve, to change, to grow, to be a different person and everything. So I hate that. I hope I'm not labeling people, and if I'm labeling people, first of all, I'm sorry. Second of all, I would try to be aware of it more and more and try to do it less. but I'm sure that I don't like it from the receiving part. So why give
So
it?
exactly, if you don't like to be labeled, I think you should not label people, and yes, and put them in a box with a bunch of other people who are not exactly 100% like them. So yeah, what do you think about that, you guys? Do you label people like without thinking? Do you like to be, do you hate to be labeled, or don't you care about it? Comment below or send us your opinion via Instagram and LinkedIn. Now we're moving on to the last section.
Section number 2, where we discuss about code to try to inspire each other and see how we can move forward as a community. So,
absolutely.
The quote of the day is, when I hear somebody say
that life is hard,
I'm always tempted to asking, compared to what? Nice.
Yeah.
Sydney G. Ellis.
Mm-hmm.
So technically it's true, and the real thing which come here in perspective is people were very afraid with coronavirus, which is a true risk and a true hard situation. But if you compare it to World War II, we are handling it well. We are
absolutely.
We are better. I understand.
We were called to stay home. We were not called for war, but it is something we're not used to live, and it comes with anxiety and the fear of the unknown, which is totally normal. But I think that we should compare it to other world crises where this one was, I would say, yeah.
By the way, for the people who are
suffering from it,
we are sorry, and we
one way or another.
Difficult.
Yeah,
and
we know
the
that
people
it's
who were dead. We are sorry for that, but
we're talking about a world perspective about world crisis compared to other world crises. Crises were harder before. That's what we're saying. So when we say that life is hard, because we are tired, because we feel like it's harsh sometimes, it's unfair sometimes, we don't compare it to any other life because we've not lived in another life. We can compare adulthood to childhood. Childhood was so, you were carefree for most of people, obviously, not everyone, but when you were a child, you feel like you were carefree. When you are an adult, you have responsibilities, so it gets harder. The older you get, the harder it gets, which is absolutely normal. But I think it's normal to say that life is sometimes hard. It's hard to handle. It's hard to live through.
Yeah, it's okay to feel that.
And it's okay to feel that.
But sometimes if you put it in perspective, it will help you to move on. And
if you put it in perspective, you'll feel that you are luckier than other people, that it is a hard moment, but it's not harder than you went through before, or what people are going through. So yeah, try to put things in. We try to do it as well.
Yeah,
we try
to
put things into perspective to feel like we can handle things. So yeah, that was an interesting subject. Thank you guys for watching. Don't hesitate to comment below like usual. We love to read your comments. We love to read your messages. So don't hesitate to share them with us.
Thank you very much, and guys, see you next time.
Let's grow together as a community and as people. See you next time.
Bye.